Right, good morning. The other day someone wrote in about my my Beeman, the camera scope, and this is one part of it. The camera, the phone goes in a holder, and it's a side scope camera mount. I would say it's one of the best you could buy. They range from about 130 to about £200, this unit, and you get the bracket there, which the phone or the bracket goes in, and it just slides on and you lock it down. Yeah, it's a very good. On the bracket itself, if the crosshairs are canting, you just undo two grub screws here, and you just move that attachment round until your crosshairs line up properly, and that's the way you adjust your crosshairs. It's nothing to do with the scope, because you've already got your crosshairs level on the scope. It's all to do with this camera attachment. Yeah, it's a very good unit. As I say, a bit expensive, anywhere from 130 to £200, depending where you buy it from. When I bought this, I think it was £166, and I got it off eBay, but I think this was the last one, because I have checked, yeah, there's none of these are on. You can get them in England. I think the place I saw was Bristol something, I can't remember the name, but it's just looking for them, you know what I mean, and putting in the right name. Well, today the target, I got down now. Right, let's start this camera up. Right, okay, so I'll just put that into the holder. And lock it down. Right, open it up a bit. Start recording. Okay, so that's recording now. So that what I've got down there is just a bullseye target, and it's like what I did yesterday. Now you can see my crosshairs are canted just a little bit, so I've got to readjust that, but I'm not worried about the cant at the moment. But you can see how far out it is. I could bring the rifle up so it's on one leg on the bipod, but as I say, I'm not worried. This is a 2x7 scope on the Beeman, as I've mentioned many times before, so I put it onto full magnification. Okay, that's on 7 times now, and what I'm going for today, now it really needs to be level, the crosshairs, but it's not. So I'm going for the bullseyes, and also I'm going to go for clipping the paper. Oh, hang on, and I think I've got some beads. Yeah, I have. I've got some beads down there. Okay. So now this is a 177 Beeman, what's known as the 1357. Okay, so I'm loaded and I'm off safety and I'm recording. So we're going to go for one of the bullseye targets first, and see how we get on with that before trying to clip paper or the beads. Right, okay, so I'm going to aim directly at the bullseye, the bottom bullseye, left hand side. Now this Beeman has got a bit of a bounce to it because of the hammer, and the spring is heavy, you know, and you'll see the vibration through the scope. So, and it is a bit windy today, so I'm going to aim directly at that bullseye, and that's shot low but on that line, see it? And that could be down to being fully charged with air. So I'm going to take another shot at that bullseye. And that's almost in the bullseye. Right, so I can go for the next bullseye. And that's shot low again. Almost the same as that low shot there. As I say, there is wind today, so I don't worry about the wind so much, but it's just like reading the pellets and see what they're doing, you know. So we go for that bullseye again. That's almost on top of that pellet. So for clipping the paper, it's going to be an hard judge. So what I'm going to do is go for a bead, and we'll see how we get on with a bead. Hang on, where am I? Now I don't think I've got enough adjustment on my leg. I think last time I done that I had to put a tin underneath it. I'm almost there, so yeah, possible. Right, okay, so as you can see, the crosshair is just on top of that bead. Now, I don't know whether I've loaded that in, but I'll take a shot at it. And that's that bead gone. And this is what I said yesterday when I was shooting the paper, and you know how to use your crosshairs on that particular sort of shot. You need the pellet. Makes no difference whether it's a 177 or a 22, but you need your crosshairs above that, the top of that ball, you know, so only half the pellet will take it off. So we come over to the next one, and that's it. It hit it, but it rolled it over there, so that still makes another target, you know, unless it falls off. Right, so we're on this one now, and that's that one gone, and I think it's taken 2 out on vibration, so I've got 3 left. I'm just on top, and that's that one gone. See, now if I go to the centre of that, it also will hit the wood. Well, if it was a 2-2, it most probably hit the wood. So what I do on that, this shot here, I'll go for the centre of the ball there, and we'll see if that hits the wood or not. Don't forget, it's a 177 against a 6mm bead. So I have got room to play with, you know. So we'll take that shot halfway in the centre, and that's taken it out. Also, it's knocked off that other bead. Now, that was a 2-2, it would have scraped the wood. Right, okay, so we're coming up now. Just make sure, yeah, that all the beads are gone. Gareth said the other day it's not the same when I haven't got an old roll up in my mouth. Yeah, well, now I can't find my lighter. Right, here it is. The amount of complaints I get about smoking when I'm shooting. Never mind. Yeah. Right, where are we? As I say, put the cans. I don't really worry about that, yeah. It's for more if you was doing long distance shooting. But at this distance, it doesn't really make much difference. So we're going to go for the paper, just to skim it. So I got my crosshairs right on that edge of the paper. Oh, I'm not loaded. Dear me. Looks like I've got 2 more shots. As I say, this is good practice if you want to do small targets, yeah. And there's the nick, see it? Now I can't really zoom into it because I'm on maximum zoom, but you can see it quite clearly how that pellet nicked the paper. Whether it's halfway on, I don't know, but that's the idea of small target shooting, you know, in a way of beads and that. We'll go for the same mark, but a little bit higher. And there it is. Clipped it again, made it a little bit bigger. Now this is the last shot on this magazine. And we'll take it. Having done the hour. Right, we take it again for the 3rd time. And there it is again. So it don't really make no difference whether it's a 2-2 or a 177 pellet, as long as you practice on that sort of shooting. And all that does is you're practicing that just for those small beads. Smaller the beads, the higher you need to go. Yeah. Right, so that was the last shot. Of course, I'm using the FT pellets, Barracuda FT pellets, which I find very, very good for this rifle. We still go for nicking the paper because I do like doing that sort of shooting, practicing nicking paper. You know, so we'll come off and we'll go just there. And that sounded like a blank shot. That's strange, isn't it? Of course it is. Stupid. I took the blank magazine out and I just put it back in. Dear me. Oh, this is a full magazine. That was funny, wasn't it? I reckon that would have been a good shot, that one, but excuses again. Right, okay. There it is, there's the nick again. We'll go for the same point, a little bit higher this time. There it is, that's grown. Alright, we'll go for another nick beside it. Now that's the kind of shot you want to do. You've got half or maybe 3/4 of the pellet in that paper. So if you was going for like a 2mm bead, that is the shot you want to do. You come up higher so it's not going to touch whatever the bead is sitting on. Yeah. So we'll go for that again and we'll go a little bit higher. Pretend we're splitting paper this time, or splitting a card. And there it is, see? And it's just practicing, that's all. Now we'll try the corner. Now with a lot bigger crosshairs, you can use that sort of the crosshair and line it completely up with the paper, and you should be able to nick the corner. But as I say, I've got canted scope here, so no, I missed that. Right, we just need to come in a little bit. No, I missed it again. But you can see the idea of what I'm trying to say. And there's, is it? I can't see. No, I missed it again. So I'll have to come in a little bit closer. No, still missed it. I'll go next door and stop it. Right, I've got 3 more shots. Almost the corner, a little bit high, see it? That's the nick there. Well, it looks like the nick there. I mean, I don't know whether it's on the corner or what. As I say, when you're only 7 times magnification. But we'll try again. And there's the corner, that's the complete corner now. I think if the crosshairs was level, it would have been much easier, you know, being canted well. So can we go for it again? A little bit more. Yes. and this is going to be the last shot, I think. We'll go for a bullseye this time. And there's the bullseye, I think. It's so hard to see through this scope. It's a good scope, but I think that's the bullseye. Right, okay, so that's 24 shots in 21 minutes. That's a complete empty magazine now. So I'm going to end the video here, and then I'm going to try to edit it quickly and then go out. Okay, so I've decocked the rifle, safety's on, stop the video. That's it. Well, if you enjoyed this little video, just give you a thumbs up, leave your comments, and I'll see you again tomorrow. Okay? Okay, Gareth? Got my cigarette in. See you later. Bye.